With the price of gold continuing to soar, a lot of people are considering selling any gold they may have around the house. But there are things that you should know if you're thinking about making that move. And joining us this morning is coin expert Brian Jackson with the do's and the don'ts. Brian, good to have you with us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
You know, when we're watching the slide on Wall Street, a lot of people are putting their money in gold. Why is gold such a good investment?
I mean, it's just historically been a great hedge against inflation and a great store of value. So a lot of people in uncertain economic times, this is where they go to.
You know, I think a lot of people who may have bought gold years and years and years ago when it wasn't worth nearly as much as it is now are probably stunned at how much it has shot up. People are having gold parties where they gather all their jewelry together, but that may not be as worth as much as perhaps a gold coin, which you've brought along with you.
Not necessarily. I mean, your gold jewelry also has increased substantially as well. You know, there are certain things you just want to be careful about if you go to sell. You just want to do your research more than anything else, and find somebody who's well established in the business. There's plenty of people out there. We've been in business 38 years. There's plenty of people out there I can think of that have been in business 20 plus years. So you really just want to find somebody who buys and sells, and you know, don't fall for the gimmicks, the people on the street corners who advertise, you know, the signs, "We buy gold," and you just got to be careful and do your homework rather more than anything else. So
if you gather together, let's say necklaces or rings and those types of things, it's going to be weighed and it's going to be valued based on the ounce?
Absolutely, based on, you know, the weight and the carat of gold that you have when you're talking about jewelry. Yeah.
Okay, and so when you're talking about a legitimate dealer, do you get dollar on dollar for gold, or are you going to end up getting a little bit less?
You're going to get a percentage, and that'll vary. You know, different places pay different amounts. Typically, you want to find somebody. Typically, precious metal dealers and rare coin dealers tend to pay work on a much closer percentage than a lot of the scrap buying places and things like that. You also really want to avoid the traveling hotel shows and things like that. They typically pay 40 to 50% a lot of times, maybe a little more, but you want to be careful of those type of places.
How much should we be getting for our gold?
It's tough to say, just depending on what you've got exactly. You know, coins, you're obviously going to get a much closer percentage than selling your scrap jewelry and things like that. So it's really tough to say. I mean, you can think about 80% on jewelry typically.
Okay.
On coins, you know, you're going to work a lot closer to 5, maybe even 4%. So under what its actual melt is.
Well, we're taking a look at some of these. Can you talk about what you have with you this morning?
Sure. Yeah, right. These are just some options, basically, if you're looking to invest in gold.
Okay.
Which, you know, even with the high prices, a lot of people are still looking to do that.
Oh,
that's okay.
Goodness gracious, I am so sorry.
It's okay.
I was gonna hold it up for the camera, and I made a disaster of things here.
We've got these are just 1 ounce pieces here.
Okay.
You've got a 10 ounce silver bar here and a 1 ounce silver coin. Those are some options. And then you've got a 1 ounce gold bar, and each country makes its own, or most major countries makes its own 1 ounce gold coin. So you have the American Eagle here, the Austrian Philharmonic, South African Krugerrand, and the Canadian Maple Leaf, and this is an old $20 gold piece from 1899.
And are we talking about what, about $1,700 right now?
Yeah, each one of these runs, you know, a little over $1,800. You're going to pay a little bit of a premium to buy a finished product. So, you know, you're going to pay, gold's around $1,740 an ounce right now. So you're going to pay a little bit more, but you're getting a finished product, obviously.
All right, very good. So just, again, be very careful who you take your gold to. Do your research.
Do your homework is the biggest thing, and look for longevity in the business, because with these prices, the way they've gone up, people have popped up left and right all over the place. So.
And I didn't damage any of those.
No, you're fine.
Okay, good. Brian, thanks so much.
Thank you.
If you want more information about buying or selling gold, you can log on to our website at myfoxatlanta.com and just click on the Good Day tab.